Hi viewers, watching it Siobhan, and today I'm going to be doing my June wrap up. I did better than last month. I actually read 3 books instead of 2 this time. Terrible, but the first book I read was Violets Are Blue by James Patterson. It's like number 8 or something in the Alex Cross series. This one's basically just about vampires. It was really dark and creepy for a James Patterson, which is weird. I did not expect it. I ended up giving it 4 stars actually. I really enjoyed it. It's definitely a solid James Patterson, so that's good. But these vampires were going around draining people of their blood. It was weird. But there was 4, it turned out to be 4 plus a leader, a sire I think, the 4 murderers. So you get like the 2 perspectives, like the murderer's perspective and the like Alex Cross's perspective. So, and a third, which is the running theme from the last book, which is you don't like being in the head of this guy called the mastermind. He's not a very nice person, but they go around killing a lot of people, draining them of their blood, and they actually believe themselves that they're vampires. Basically, like, Alex Cross had to just try to stop all the murders. There was a lot of murders in this one. I thought it was really, really good. I enjoyed it. Obviously, they got caught at the end, but it took up until the book told me who the leader was for me to be like, oh, well, duh. Yeah, I don't know if I wasn't paying attention close enough or not, but I did not see it coming, to be honest. I kept thinking it was this person or that person or like a bunch of different people, and then I thought the leader was one of the main 4 killers. I don't know, but no. Turns out he's a librarian who believed he was a vampire. Yeah, Alex Cross actually met him at towards the beginning of the book to get some advice on this kind of thing, the killings. It was a really weird, twisted book for an Alex Cross, or even a James Patterson. I was like, that's saying something. So I did enjoy it for some reason. It was definitely good. I liked it. 4 stars for sure. The next book I read was the next in the actual Alex Cross series after Violets Are Blue, and that was For a Blind Mouse. This one was not as good as Violets Are Blue. I ended up giving it a 3 star. Basically, Alex Cross's partner, John Sampson, he has a friend that was convicted of murder of 3 women, and it's to do with like an army base and the army and I don't know, that kind of type of thing. And he had 3 weeks before he was going to be executed. Alex was, or his partner Sampson, John Sampson, was 100% sure that he was innocent. And right from the get-go, the first like 2-3 chapters in, you're in the mind of the actual killers, and there's 3 of them, but then it's another person on top of that as well. So all of those 4 were not the person, John Sampson's friend, that was convicted. So I thought that it was going to be just like a race against time. They had 3 weeks to figure it out, but they actually didn't figure it out in time, which is kind of sad, and the guy was executed, unfortunately. But they found that earlier in other cases and ongoing cases that to do with the army, that something was going on, where exemplary people, army people like from Vietnam, like people who've went to Vietnam to help, and they've also been charged for murder or have already been executed for murder, and they told like the dyer still is claiming that they're innocent. So they figured, right, well, there's something going on, something's being hidden behind the scenes with the army and all that, and yeah, fair enough. It was these like 3 army trained like assassins, I guess you would call them. They were like trained, paid people to kill, like hitmen, basically, hitmen. They were on a job to kill these certain people who knew what happened in I think it was Vietnam. Something happened there, and these people were trying to like getting antsy and like didn't want to cover it up anymore. So these people were going around killing him, and then making out that these other guys who are innocent were the murderers and they weren't. But you know, Alex Ross and all that, John Sampson figured it out all in the end, so it's fine. But yeah, 3 stars. I thought it was okay. It was definitely not one of his best, but it was like average, so 3 stars. The last book I read in the month, it took me up until the last day for me to finish it. It's Talking with Serial Killers, and there's case studies on 5 serial killers. One is questionable. Well, technically 2 is questionable, whether they actually did it or not. But apparently this guy, Christopher Berry D, has other books on this type of subject, where he actually, if he can, he goes and talks to the serial killer themselves. So I'm just going to list off the 5 names. The first one is John Wayne Michael Gacy. I'm pretty sure we all know who that is by now. Gross, disgusting man. He was a necrophiliac, is that what it's called? Where he would have sexual relations with dead bodies, which is disgusting. And he went on to murder a hell of a lot of young men. Was really, really not nice. But thankfully, Gacy was executed on the 10th of May 1994, so 2 years after I was born actually. I just don't like talking about him really, he's a disgusting man. Oh, there's actually a picture of all of the people inside of the book. This is Gacy. As you can see, he's gross as hell. The second person is Kenneth Alessio Bianchi. I'm gonna have to put that up there. I don't know if you can see it, but I can't read that because of my dyslexia, but I'll just call him Kenneth. Again, he was also a gross man. He was like a womanizer. He also worked with another guy involved in this. It was the Hillside Stranglers? Yeah, Hillside Strangler case. There was 2 men involved with that, and then Bianchi went on to, or Kenneth went on to murder more people in a different place. There's a picture of him. That's him right there. And the next person was William George Herons. I'm not sure if that's how you say that or not. But there you go. This is the case where it's questionable whether he did it or not. I don't think he did, to be honest, looking at all the case specifics and all that. He supposedly killed 2 women and 1 6-year-old girl. I will agree with what William says, that he is a thief, because that's been proven, he's a thief. But I honestly don't believe he murdered anyone, and I don't think the author does either. There is 0 evidence to prove that he was anywhere near the scene of any of the murders, to be honest. I'll have to investigate a little further and research to figure it out. But yeah, I'll see if I can get his picture. He was also executed. The previous guy, Kenneth, is still alive, unfortunately. He's still alive. William is dead on the 5th of March 2012. So that's kind of sad if he wasn't actually the one who did it. But this guy is William here. The next guy is the guy that you just saw on that picture, John Cannon. He was gross as hell. He was also a womanizer, sexually assaulted multiple women and murdered Shirley Banks. That's who he was convicted of murdering. But this woman, Susie Lampla, I'm not sure, her, he's been linked to her disappearance. But this is actually close to home because it is in the UK that this happened, which which is kind of sad. But the police are currently, I think, trying to search a property to see if her body is there. And it was all mentioned in this book, so in this part. And unfortunately, he is also still alive. The last person in here is a woman called Patricia Wright. Again, this one's questionable, although I believe that she was involved in some way. Her husband was stabbed to death. The witnesses and all of that are all over the place with their statements, and we don't know. I don't think there's physical evidence linking her. But apparently she was like the mastermind behind concocting the plan to murder him, or because he had like life insurance and stuff that she took out on him twice. So she got a lot of money for his death. She's now sitting in prison. She's still alive, unfortunately. This case, I do believe that she was involved, definitely in some way. I don't think she's completely innocent. I'm not 100% whether she actually committed the crime or not. I think her brother did. He's also in prison for that. So I think they together, don't know, like both played a part in it happening. So I just saw this and I was like, yes please. And I got it for my birthday from my mum. So that's all the 3 books that I read this month. Oh, I forgot to say what star I gave this. I think it was 4 stars. It's the same thing every time with non-fiction. You don't really know what to rate it. But in terms of the information that it gave, it was a lot of information that was accurate, because I did research after it and a lot of it was accurate. So I think it's really, really cool what he's doing. So I gave it, I think, a 4 star. I will talk to you in the next one though. I hope you enjoyed. My Twitter and Instagram are in the description as always. And I will see you next time. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe.